Okay, welcome back everyone. So this is our last session just before the live Q&A. So Thurindu, over to you.
Okay, thanks, James. All right. So in this session, we are going to talk about two of our main Zebra value adds. One is DataWedge, and the other one is Enterprise Browser. I'm Thurindu Veligotupala from Zebra Sri Lanka office, and let's start the proceedings. Okay. So most of you have experienced with DataWedge, but for the fewer people who don't know about this, extremely used tool in the market or the enterprise. Zebra is a developer tool that provides ways of data capture to your application, such as barcode scanners, RFID, voice, or serial inputs, such as serial scanners or any other serial device that can be connected to our serial ports enabled devices. Right. So there is a major configuration there where you can configure your data capturing settings according to different applications. Like if you have like two applications, you can have two different configurations configured in DataWedge, and when your application comes to the foreground, DataWedge will loads the respective configuration and then capture the data for your application. So there is mainly two types of data capturing options. If you scan barcode or scan RFID tag, your data can be received as keystrokes. There when you have a text field focused, your data will be entered to your text field without you having to do anything related, or you don't have to do any programming into capturing data. The other option is intent output, where standard Android intent APIs will be received to application with the data, and you can process them as you wish, and you can consume them in your application with a minimal of effort in coding. And these configurations can be deployed across large number of devices through MDM or any staging process available with Zebra devices. Also, DataWedge provides a comprehensive intent APIs that it's not a standard library or anything that that gives you that you have to set up in your device or set up in your development environment. You just need to write simple Java code or Kotlin code or even Xamarin code in order to send a simple intent into your into DataWedge, and DataWedge will do the work for you. And then you can even start a scanning session or even update the configuration and switch between different input sources with these intent APIs. So let's see what's new with DataWedge today. So OTR Wedge is a new addition. It is not really new. It's been there for almost 1 year now with DataWedge. What it provides is a way to capture vehicle identification numbers, tire identification numbers, container IDs, identification documents, meter reading, a license plate, and reading for your application. Barcode highlighting is one more new addition, whereas your standard barcode scanning will just scan your barcodes, but this feature will provide you to find specific barcodes in the field of view when you point your scanner or the camera into a field of view, and you can pick up what you need from the shelf or from the area that you are looking for a particular item. Freeform image capture, you don't have to have a camera built into your device. You can use the internal imager into your with your application to capture a image. NG Simulscan template integration. NG Simulscan is the previous version of document capture capabilities, where you can create your own template to capture specific documents based on your template, and then integrate into DataWedge to capture data into your application. And there will be new interface provided to via intent APIs that we described previously, where you can copy a template file into the device where DataWedge can access, and your application can send an intent to DataWedge, and that configuration will be integrated seamlessly. Freeform OCR that will come up in the next version. It is not available today, but it's coming soon, so we can further see what's available with Freeform OCR in the next few slides. QR code launching, it is a standard feature that's available with our if you take any regular cellular phone that with Android, you can scan a QR code, but DataWedge will offer you the same behavior with more of a settings available to you to configure and how you want to launch. Now, beep notification in ADF. This is a specific feature that is available in new DataWedge versions that can set up in your advanced data formatting actions. For example, if you want to play a beep when you scan a correct barcode or meeting a specific criteria when you scan multiple barcodes, you can specify this option in your ADF rules, and then DataWedge will do the audio feedback for you in order to identify that you have done the correct barcode scanning. Another new option, or it's being there, but if you have not used it, we can use two barcode scanners at the same time. For example, if you have a point of sales counter, and if you happen to scan, if you need to scan something beyond your reach by using a Bluetooth scanner, you can take your Bluetooth scanner and scan the barcode, and the device may be placed at the point of sales position, and you can scan without taking your device there. And what this provides is, at the same time, you can use the internal imager or the camera scanner, but at the same time, you can connect a Bluetooth scanner or a USB scanner into your terminal, and then use this barcode for barcode scanning at the same time. Access controlling to DataWedge intent APIs. This is kind of a secure solution that is available with DataWedge. Since intent APIs can be used by any application, but if you want to restrict which application can call into DataWedge, you can, as administrators, you can restrict the applications that who can send the DataWedge intents in. And WS50 is a new wearable device that we have released a few months back. And since the how this WS50 is built, it's a very small handheld device compared to it's not a handheld, it's a wearable device that is available for you, but with a very small screen size. So there is specific changes that we are expecting you to perform when you are using DataWedge with a WS50. Okay, so we are going through some of in detail in the next few slides. So let's go into OCR wedge first. So OCR wedge, as we talked, right? So license plates, container identification numbers, meter reading, tire identification, ID documents such as passports or your national identity card. Those can be scanned with ID identification document capturing. Vehicle identification number is a standard vehicle identification number placed on your windscreen, and that is also possible with DataWedge 11.2 onwards. Okay, so these features will require a license, and licenses are available for 1 to 2 years term licenses, and you must purchase a license in order to use these features. But you can try these out, try out these features with DataWedge demo without any license in your device. Okay, so OCR and machine learning is a very powerful feature where you don't have to learn connect the device into your internet, or this is well learned system that is integrated with Zebra devices, and then you don't have to train any system in order to capture these documents, or basically documents or any material identification numbers, right? 100% offline, and point and shoot simplicity. You just need to point your scanner beam or focus your viewfinder on the camera to a specific item. It will give you a feedback, like visual feedback, where it will highlight the items that you want to scan, and then it captures the data. Deploy quickly and easily. Most of these features are out of the box available, and you don't need to do any specific deployment to configure to use these features. So what will be the benefit? Your productivity will be increased in your enterprise, increased task accuracy. You can scan the right content into your application. Superior user experience. As I said, you will get the feedback optically as well as in the audio feedback as well, and instant data access. So you have more granular control over the data. We can see how it works in the next slide with different data capture capabilities with OCR wedge. So this is a simple set of small videos. I'll play. This is a license plate, how it works. You can point your viewfinder into the license plate and it will capture the data, as well as it will capture a image for you. So the next one is a container identification. Even though this is scanning a document, you can point it to a vehicle, container ID, and capture the data. The next one is meter reading. different types of meters can be read. We can discuss that later. And this is a tire identification example. And you can see a document, ID document is captured here. And this is a vehicle identification number being captured. Okay, since we have limited time, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so OCR license plates, we support all US states from DataWedge version 11.3 onwards, all EU countries. You can scan, so there is some criteria that black, green, blue, and red characters will be able to decode it. Support up to 2 lines of characters. In here, you can see that JLS 011 and North Dakota will be decoded. Data area will be highlighted in the viewfinder. A single string containing the recognized license plate, you will get it here. And if we go to the ID documents, all driver license from Europe, US, Australia, and New Zealand are supported. National ID cards from Europe, US, and Mexico regions. Insurance cards. When you scan, you will get name, address, expiration date, data fields will be received, and data area will be highlighted when you focus on a particular document. So you can see that output will have last name, date of birth, first name, and document number from this particular document. Vehicle identification number, ability to recognize any ISO 377 compliant vehicle identification numbers from your windshield or on a paper. So you can see a sample here. So detailed documentation is available on these features in our tech docs. You can refer to them, or if you have any questions, you can revert back to us. So tire identification, it is we are supporting 3 types: US dot, US.2, and universal. And a single string containing the recognized tin will be returned to you. And all these features will have will return the data as text as well as an image from the captured tire in this case. So OCR meter reading is one more feature that is available today. Different types of analog digital meters will be supported, and there is some criteria that meters has to be organized in order to capture. We can discuss that in the next slide. So automatically detects half digits and decimal points and changing values. Data area will be highlighted in the viewfinder. So if you go into the next slide, supported meters, analog commonly used for gas, electricity, and water meters, and digital commonly used for heaters, heat meters like LCD, LED displays supported. Heat meter with 3 decimal digits and 4 to 6 pre-decimal digits. Automatically adds commas in the returning string upon detection of comma in the meter. Requires detecting a minimum of 3 digits in the meter in order for the system to recognize it as a meter. And also we support dial meters where you have like multiples of circular meters, and it will capture the information correctly from this. But there is an exception. If you have something like this will this might not be supported because you don't have a way to recognize the order of this, because everything is in the circular mode, right? Barcode highlighting. So this is a feature that you can use in your warehouse, where you want to find a specific items along a shelf or in your supermarket also, where if you have similar items, let's say you have soap, right? If you have different flavored soap, and if you want to find the strawberry soap from that stack of soap, you can configure a barcode highlighting rule to highlight the specific barcodes assigned to strawberry soap, right? So this is a simple example where you can configure a barcode highlighting rule. So we are enabling the barcode highlighting under barcode input, and then we add rules to highlight. In this case, we are highlighting code 128 with green. And we select specifically code 128 and code 39, code 128 there. And the action will be, we can pick a color, and that color will be green here. And there will be one more rule added for code 39. I'll skip this. And this PDF 417 will be marked in red. So once you configure that, and also you at the same time you can create a rule to report the data as well. So in this one, we are highlighting code 128 and code PDF 417 barcodes, but we are returning only the code 128 barcodes. So if you go into this video, you can see. So when you focus, it will highlight the code 128 barcode with green and PDF 417 with red. Okay. So barcode highlighting, this is especially having a while you were able to configure the DataWedge settings in your DataWedge configuration UI, but as in the real time, if you want to switch between different barcode highlighting rules, you can send an intent to DataWedge to configure these barcode highlighting rules. So here what we are doing is, this is a standard configuration API. So that we add in the DataWedge action. Package name is your package name, and we are sending an explicit intent. We are marking the package name as com.symbol.datawedge, and we are expecting the return result and switch data capture, and we are setting the barcode. That is to, in case you have selected any other input type like workflow input or any other type, we are switching back to barcode, and then we are selecting the internal imager and barcode tracking enabled set to true. So then we configure all the rules that we now want. So bundles will need to be created for each rule. So this is the rule 1, and we are setting the symbology criteria, and we are adding code 128 here. And then we to the rule 1, we are adding the rule 1 criteria, and for the color, we are creating another bundle and set the fill color action and the fill color value, and then add it to the rule 1 action. So like that, we add 2 rules here, and then set the rule parameters into this, and ultimately send out the broadcast intent. What this does is, this will configure the data wedge, and when your application comes to the foreground, it will work with these settings, and then you can see the barcode highlighting works. Okay, so we were scanning barcodes before. Now, if you happen to capture an image, and at the same time, if you want to decode these barcodes available in that image, you can use freeform image capture option. So this is available under workflow input, and there is an option called freeform image capture under workflows. Let's see how it works. So you can see workflow input getting enabled. At the same time, barcode input will get disabled. You cannot use barcode input and the workflow input at the same time. So we are setting the parameter called decode and highlight barcodes. We set it to decode and highlight. So what that means, whatever the highlighted barcodes will get decoded as well when you capture the barcode. In order to capture the barcode, you need to first press the trigger button that will start the viewfinder. And when you focus the area that you want to capture, you have to press the trigger button again. What it does is, it will capture the barcode, at the same time it will decode the data. So we can see in this video how it works. See, we have the barcode results as well here. Okay, we discuss about access controlling intent APIs. So today, by default, you can send any application that getting installed into the into your device can send an intent to DataWedge and configure the DataWedge as the way that application needs. But in the enterprise use cases, you might need to control which applications can send the intent to DataWedge. In order to do that, DataWedge provides an option for admin to control the access, and DataWedge intent APIs are categorized. So we have mainly 4 categories. One is configuration, notification, and then configuration, and then you have 2 more. I forgot that, but there are mainly 4 categories, right? And what it does is, you can send an intent. You can use the access manager interface via MX to specify what applications you need to allow these intent APIs support. Then these applications need to use a special interface provided by MX, where you can query the you have to acquire a token for your application. Once you acquire a token, when you send an intent, you have to send that token as well. When DataWedge receives that token, DataWedge will verify whether this token is issued for a whitelisted application that the administrator has allowed, right? So that way, administrators can control which applications can run in the device to use DataWedge intents. Okay. And next one is use DataWedge on WS50. WS50 is a new wearable device, which is a small in size. And because of the small screen size, we have restricted the configuration UI to a limited set of settings. You cannot configure the profile settings. So that what we are recommending is you can create a configuration file in a different device, such as TC55X or TC7X, whatever the handheld device you have. You can configure it, and then you can export the configuration. After that, you can deploy it to the enterprise auto import folder, or you can use a file manager in order to copy it to the auto import folder of the device, so that DataWedge will automatically integrate this new configuration and works accordingly. At the same time, applications can make use of DataWedge intent APIs to configure and control DataWedge. So we are recommending to use intent output rather than keystroke output, because when you quickly send out keystrokes, you might not be able to verify whether the correct data being received. So your application can receive the intent data and then verify whether it is the correct data, and then dispatch or consume that in your application. Okay. Right. So Freeform OCR is one thing that we have discussed. Let's see how it works. And managed configuration will be available also for applications to or EMMs to configure DataWedge. This is specific to administrative functionalities that is available today, like controlling auto import feature, or controlling the disable the user configuration options in DataWedge, and post updatable DataWedge. That means you have a version out of the box. At the same time, if you have any newer version of DataWedge with new features, we can release to the public, where users can install it on top of the out of the box version and make use of the new features. DataWedge is planned to released in Google Play also in the future. And Zebra Showcase app is one of the new solutions that we are providing, that is to try out different data capture features in the initial version, but at the same time, that will be a solution that will gives a common platform to demonstrate features available in Zebra device. So Freeform OCR is it is mainly supported via Google ML Kit, and Google ML Kit's text recognition version 2 is in the beta version, but we will be supporting Freeform OCR through this. So there will be a chance that this functionality might get changed. So backward compatibility may change as and when this text recognition version evolves. So let's see a small video. So you can focus on a text, and what it does is you can control the viewfinder also if you want to cut out any text from that field of view. And once you capture the proper text, you can click on the approve button, where the image and the data will be captured into your application. Okay, so showcase the map. So initial version will be coming up soon on devices with Android 11 and onwards, which is will be available in next LG release in second half of the year in 2023. And as I said, 16 data capture demos available. This will be a even though we have data capture demos at the early stage, but this will offer different demos in the future, like non-interactive as informative demos will be available, and user will have the option to select and pick and choose what demos he needs to be installed in the device and try out. But keep in mind that this showcase demo app is not to be used in the production, because this is specifically for the demonstration purpose. So if you happen to put the device into the production, make sure to uninstall or reset the device to the factory reset factory default state, and then put it to production. So small video is available here.
Thrindu, perhaps we could skip over this video. We're quite a few minutes over the end time for the session, so if we could try and bring things to a close,
right.
Please.
So I will jump to enterprise browser new features. Enterprise browser 3.3.2.1 is the latest version. It is currently available in Google Play, and then package name got changed because of the Google Play release. And if you want to upgrade from a lower version of enterprise browser, you have to uninstall the existing version of DataWedge and then install it again. Existing license will be supported, and these are the minimum OS versions that is required for A11. This is the OS version, and for A10, this will be the minimum version that is required to install this enterprise browser version. So scope storage related changes are there. We used to deploy the configuration files into SD card, but now it is supported through enterprise device enterprise browser folder. But you can see that scope storage related features such as SSM file deployment will be integrated in the next version of enterprise browser. So enterprise browser will also support Workstation Connect. We have a small video, but since it is already past the time, I will skip this. But you can see that this will work as a regular desktop mode, where you can use for example, YouTube in the regular desktop mode here. So coming up soon, configuration deployment using SSM, managed configuration support. There will be some Zebra Workstation Connect updates. PWM support is one new feature that is coming up, which is supporting extended warehouse management using JavaScript APIs. And RFID, new RFID reader will be supported. 3 more printers will be added to the printer support, and UI enhancements will be there, and extended the DataWedge intent API support to support OCR wedge features via intent APIs. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's about it for this session.
Okay, thank you very much, Thrindu.